best that we can do.
As you look really at the last 3 games for Carolina basketball, you've kind of said this is the brand of basketball that you want to play. This is the team that you expect them to be. What has changed amongst them?
Well, I mean, there's a number of things. I feel like from a defensive standpoint, we've done a much better job rebounding and protecting the paint. That's always been key for us, and something that, in that 4-game stretch that we weren't doing consistently. And so I feel like we're heading in the right direction. And then on the offensive end, I just love how we're sprinting the offense. We're getting layups or dunks or, deep post catches for Armando, our 5 men, and wide open threes by our best 3-point shooters. And we're making the extra pass. At the beginning of the year, just everyone's making an emphasis on the lack of assists, and now, it's an assist on pretty much every field goal. So I love where we are offensively in terms of making the extra pass. Just have to continue it. It's a long season. Just continue to get better, and at the end of the day, be happy with the results.
You mentioned the assist. At the start of this year, you challenged Caleb Love to lead the ACC in assists. He obviously leaves North Carolina right now. In the last 3 games, set a 3-to-1 turnover ratio. Is this kind of the Caleb Love you envisioned when you issued that challenge?
Well, I mean, he's an unbelievable player. He has more in his bag than just scoring. He's an unbelievable defender, and he can also distribute the basketball. I'll give you another stat. We're undefeated in the last 2 years when he's had 5 assists or more, and throughout his entire career, we're 25-2 when he has 5 assists or more. So I'm not a big stat guy, numbers guy, but I like those type of stats.
As you look at Michigan, obviously you played them a year ago. What stands out that might be different from that Michigan team you played last year?
Well, Michigan, they're extremely physical, extremely talented. From a defensive standpoint, they do a really good job protecting the paint because they have size and athleticism. And then on the offensive end, they can score consistently down low on the post with Hunter, and then also they've got a number of guys that are hot from 3-point range. So they'll stretch us out defensively. We've got to do a good job guarding their actions and protecting the paint, and most importantly, rebounding the basketball. Hopefully we can do that, and that'll put us in a good position to compete against a really good team.
You mentioned Hunter Dickinson. Obviously, Armando got the best of him a year ago, but it necessarily was not the best version. You have to assume it'll be a better Hunter on Wednesday. What's the message to Armando?
Well, I mean, there's not a message to Armando. It's a message to our team. I mean, Hunter's he's one of the best players in the country, not just big men. And not only can he score in a post, he's a gifted passer. He just continues to improve in that area. He can stretch and shoot the ball from 3, and so he can hit timely threes. And so it's going to be important for us, from a defensive standpoint, to keep him out of the paint. He's so big. If he catches the ball anywhere near the basket, it's just over. And so we've got to do a good job helping out, not just Armando, but Pete, defending him because he's just too good down low on the post.
Obviously, the Jordan Brand Invitational is in its first year, but when you look around and see the signage and everything else that is here, I know that we don't expect NBA to do anything, half-hearted, but is it kind of nice to see the way that he's put on for these 4 schools?
Well, anything that Michael does is first class, and so I knew that these games and that it would be done first class, and so it's not a surprise to me to come here in terms of coming in the hotel and just the setup that they have for the players, all the gear that the players have, and just putting this type of event here in Charlotte. It makes sense. Heard that it's going to be sold out tomorrow night, and so we had a pretty cool atmosphere in Madison Square Garden, but we're expecting something really exciting tomorrow here in Charlotte.
Obviously, he's a Carolina guy, but he has to represent all 4 schools. I mean, are you going to give him a little grief being unbiased tomorrow?
No, I mean, he does have to take care of a number of different programs, but I would like to think that he's more sensitive towards North Carolina and treats us a little bit better. Especially, and also added that I was his teammate for 1 year with the Wizards, so maybe he could treat us a little bit better.
Tar Heel friends of mine say that this year is kind of running similar to last year, where it wasn't pretty early, but it got great at the end. I don't know if you're a comparison guy between 1 year to the next, but
this year is this year. I don't see any parallel from last year to this year. This year is this year. So many people keep bringing up last year. Last year is last year. Our focus is on this year's team and seeing how good we can become. just a waste of time thinking about stuff that's happened in the past. That's just of no benefit for us to be the best team that we can be for this season.
The way that you guys went through that 4-game skid this season and kind of turned things around, you addressed it earlier that you're finding more of your groove. Where is that coming from as you guys are now charging through this last non-conference bit and into the conference play?
Well, it's a full year journey, you just every day just trying to improve and get better every day, and that's our goal, and be committed to showing up to practice and to games and becoming the best team that we can possibly become. That's the fun part. The fun part is trying to figure it out. The fun part is about the hard work all together, and the journey is the part that is the most enjoyable part, and that's what we're working on, and we're having fun doing it.
And at this stage of the journey, I'm going to assume as a head coach that you guys have not come anywhere close to playing your best basketball, at least that you want to see in February and March.
I'm not even thinking about February and March, so I'm not thinking about last year. I'm not thinking about February and March. I'm thinking about
just in terms of your progression for the team and how they're going year by year. Just this year's group, not looking at last year.
Yeah, and we take it day by day. Just every day, let's see if we can get a little bit better each day. Let's focus on what is real, and what is real is our improvement and our team and our togetherness, and how hard we're going to work to become the best team that we can possibly be. As I said before, I don't look in the past, and I don't look 3 or 4 months ahead of time. The most important thing is to think about what is real, and what is real is right now in our preparation for Michigan and playing the best basketball game that we can possibly play.
Very good.
I've got a question.
One more.
So you guys are all jazzed to be here. It's exciting. Whether the outcome, what are you hoping to take away from this experience?
Well, the experience is the game. As I said before, the most important thing is to focus on what is real, and what is real is our game against Michigan tomorrow. So our 100% focus is on our preparation to be the best that we can be, and so that when we're playing a really good Michigan team, that we can be at our best tomorrow night and have fun working hard and playing hard out there on the floor.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you. Great to see you.